The town of Eldridge had always been covered in a shroud of fog, as if nature itself sought to shield its dark secrets from the inquisitive eyes of the world. Situated at the edge of a thick, ancient forest, the quaint village had its fair share of visitors, but most left with a sense that something unnatural thrived beneath its rustic charm. The townsfolk were accustomed to whispers of unseen entities that roamed the night, entities that defied the laws of nature, leaving behind only chilling tales for the brave or foolish to recount. Amelia Sinclair had lived her entire life in Eldridge, an aspiring photographer with a passion for cliché folklore. It was a crisp autumn evening when she decided to venture into the eerie woods to seek out inspiration for her next project, a series of portraits capturing the essence of the paranormal. Rumors swirled about the 3 stone circles hidden deep within the trees, said to be a portal to another realm, inhabited by otherworldly beings that fed off fear and despair. As twilight fell, the forest loomed larger and darker around her. Armed with nothing but her camera and a haunting melody playing in her earbuds, Amelia stepped into the thick fog, her pulse quickening with both excitement and nerves. Cracked branches and leaves crunched beneath her feet, but as the chill of the forest enveloped her, it felt as though the whispers of the wind were beckoning her deeper. Shadows danced in the periphery, and her heart hammered in her chest, warning her to turn back. But there was no turning back now. After approximately an hour of wandering deeper into the woods, Amelia came across the first stone circle, the weathered stones looming like ancient sentinels under the dim light of the moon. Intrigued, she pulled out her camera, eager to capture the eerie beauty of the sight. As she focused the lens, a wave of unease washed over her. The air thickened, crackling with palpable energy, and she had the distinct feeling she was being watched. Then she heard it, soft, melodic laughter echoing through the trees. She turned suddenly, the camera held tightly as she looked around, heart racing. There was no one else there. The laughter seemed to dance just beyond her reach, teasing her. Ignoring the shivers crawling up her spine, she pressed on, determined to document what her friends had labeled as mere folklore. As she made her way to the second stone circle, the laughter transformed into whispers, a chorus of voices without bodies. They filled her mind, bringing along visions of nightmarish shapes twisting in the fog. Each stone felt alive, pulsating as if with a heartbeat, and the whispers grew more insistent, begging for release. The second circle was smaller but encircled by claw-like roots reaching from the ground, as if trying to reclaim the stones back into the earth. Amelia analyzed the scene, snapping shots, but every photograph revealed nothing, only smudges and shadows, as if the camera could not capture their truth. Frustration seeped in with the cold. She decided it was time to move on before whatever resided here found her irritable presence unacceptable. But as she began to retreat, she felt it, a pressure hovering just behind her. Quickening her pace, she turned a corner, and suddenly, she was met with the third stone circle. It was larger, expansive, and emanating a silver glow that distorted the mist. A low humming resonated through her, vibrating from the stones. Entranced, she approached the ring, forgetting her fear as she stepped into the circle. And that, she would soon learn, was her gravest mistake. The moment both feet touched the center, the lulling hum intensified, echoing through her bones. Amelia gasped as eldritch shapes emerged from the fog, amorphous and shimmering like silhouettes in a dream. Their forms were humanoid and yet so grotesque, a chaos of limbs and faces overlapping one another, with eyes that bore the weight of the universe. "Welcome, Amelia," they harmonized, the sound transforming into a dissonant symphony that throbbed within her mind. The air became heavy, thick with despair, and she stumbled backward, breaking the circle, but it was too late. The entities twirled toward her, radiant with malice, pulling tendrils of darkness that melted into her mind. Visions cascaded over her. Images of sorrowful deaths in the village, broken dreams, silent screams of the townsfolk who had vanished, feeding the hunger of the void. She screamed, but the laughter enveloped her, reverberating within her skull, blurring the lines of reality. Fading consciousness pulled her under, and she was lost in their embrace, surrendering to the dance of the supernatural. When dawn broke over Eldridge, the woods were quiet again, save for the shifting mist. The townspeople would continue to whisper tales of the supernatural entities prowling the forest, but no one would find Amelia, the camera left abandoned, filled with photos that recorded nothing but darkness, shrouded in an eternal fog where reality and nightmares intertwined, forever haunted by those otherworldly beings.